Hello traders, Dadas here, speaking to you from the Dadas trading room on the Discord platform, to of course which you are sincerely invited if you're not already there, because every day I stream all my trading live and all my struggles with this market. So today time for another daily recap, and what happened today was pretty severe. I mean, yeah, let's talk it over. First of all, we can see that the market opened pretty much without any special effects, so no gaps or anything like that, just a slow bullish trend, right? A slow bullish trend, and then started coming back down. And basically, it was pretty easy. I mean, like, let's take a rectangle. There was a consolidation right there, right? So there was like come on. One more time. A rectangle. There was practically a consolidation right there, right? We can just simply plot it like this or like this even, right? So basically this was a consolidation right here. How do we recognize a consolidation? Well, a consolidation is something that's not a trend, right? So basically, what is a trend? A trend is a series of higher highs and higher lows. So basically we don't see any. Well, I'm very sorry, but my platform is not working correctly. All my icons that you usually see at the top, I got them on the bottom, and all of them are inactive, and I don't know what the heck is going on. If that's due to, but I'm not streaming right now on the Discord server, and still all my icons are disabled, and you know, and I have just recently uploaded this platform in order to refresh my old platform. So basically, we would have to wait about 10 minutes until the market stops. Anyways, one more time. This is a consolidation. Why? Because it's flat. Because there isn't any series of higher highs and lower lows. If we can see anything right here, is lower lows and more or less highs on the same level, right? So like double tops or something like that. Anyways, this situation was pretty clear, and I did trade. I traded a short. I traded a short right there, and I just traded it like this. I pretty much the price action was pretty clear, so I measured it out like this, and my basic take profit was right there. I didn't hold out all the way to my take profit. I closed it earlier, but I was pretty satisfied. I mean, it was a typical trade of mine. But people keep telling me that I'm too impatient, that I close my trades too early, things like that. So yeah, and basically the market right there continued down. So in my head there was this issue that once again I didn't hold out, while the market could have given me a much better profit, right? Much better profit, because I took 11 pips and I could have easily taken 50 pips. Yeah, because 50 pips would have been very satisfactory for me. So I could have gotten 5 times more practically, right? So all of a sudden I see another consolidation, right? We have a consolidation right there. So basically it's a flat ledge or something like that, right? It's a consolidation. Now all of a sudden I decide to go long, right? Now, okay, some people will say, but yeah, you didn't do anything wrong here. You didn't do anything wrong. You put your stop loss right there, so potentially you had a very good risk to reward. So basically, this should be a normal trade with a stop loss. But you see something wrong here. You see something wrong here. Well, first of all, the stop loss is further away. It's 25 pips, 26 pips. It's further away than the amount of profit that I had taken before, right? Now, the calculation right here gave opened a lot that was, a trading volume that was a bit higher than the previous one, right? So now I have to lose more than I made before, right? That's not right. That's not right, because I should be losing maximum what I made before. That's the idea. So another thing that is wrong. Now, another thing that is wrong is that there was no trend. There was no bullish trend here. I'm sorry. There is a sequence of lower highs and still a sequence of lower lows. So there is no bullish trend here. No demand. So why did I even think of going long? Now that's something that really bothers me, because this happens, and this happens quite often, at least to me, and probably to most people. Now, if you're watching my videos, you know that my method is basically pretty clear, right? And this situation right here was also pretty clear. We have one consolidation, we have a breakout from this consolidation, and we have a retest. So basically, if we take this line here as, well, this line becomes the pivot point, right? In other words, this line right there becomes the previously support that now became the resistance. So it's the pivot. It's exactly the line where the price turned around. Now, again, I'm going in long. Now, somebody could say, what the fuck are you doing, man? Well, basically, that's what I'm saying to myself. What the fuck are you doing, man? Plus, again, there is no sequence of higher highs here. Okay, there is a sequence, or at least two lows of that are going higher, but that's it. So that's still not a trend. If somebody is using triangles or flags or wedges or stuff like that, then basically this is a triangle right there. This is some kind of a triangle. I forget the other name for it. So it's like a triangular shape flag. That's called a flag, but it's something else. Anyway, so so again, that's not a trend. Yeah, where is the trend? The trend is right there. So yeah, great. I all of a sudden I woke up and turned around. Yeah. Now I turned around short, but for the simple reason, I was about halfway recovered from those losses right there, somewhere right here. but I didn't close it. Why? Because people tell me to hold out. Yeah, so I held out. I was holding out. I held out some more. I thought right there, okay, maybe it's still gonna go back. Well, it didn't. It broke out. It exactly broke out right here. Yeah. And then this previous the level of resistance became support. Well, I still didn't get out of it. And then all of a sudden, at this point, I look to the left. I remember that consolidation, right? I take my, I kinda, extend it to the right. Now I see that the market has broken up, right? Broken out upwards. So, basically we should say break up or break down, right? So here there's a break up. So I figure out that in my head, no, it's the market is most probably going in the other direction, right? So I decide to finally get close by all my profits. I mean losses, right? Now these losses are pretty heavy. They haven't cleaned up my initial capital, because my initial capital was $2,000, right? $2,000 was my initial capital. I'm still in some kind of small profit, but you see that this profit is now pretty much shit, right? Well, I'll tell you something. In this kind of trading, you are risking. So basically, all the money that you pay into the broker, that's already money spent. So basically, you should treat that money as already money spent or money lost. If anybody is putting in their lifetime savings or perhaps money they borrowed from somebody, so basically that means that's the money you cannot afford to lose. And that's a mistake. If you're putting in money you cannot afford to lose, then you're gambling. And it's like 99.9% chance that you're going to lose it, because of the psychological effects. And I'm sorry, there is only a relatively small percentage of people who can manage the psychological burden of this, because somehow it works like this. You see, all of a sudden you start doing something strange. I mean, like the day before, on Sunday, I made a very good over 3-hour movie, right, film, where I exactly talk about how to recognize levels, supply and demand levels, right, and how to go about finding out good opportunities for a trade in day trading or even in mid-term trading, like 2 days, 3 days a week, right? And all of a sudden I make such stupid mistakes right here. So what can you learn from it? Well, at least the least thing you can learn from it is that how not to do it, right? That's it's better to learn on the mistakes of others than to learn on your own mistakes, right? Even though people seem to learn, people don't even learn on their own mistakes. That's the strange thing. Now you tell me something else. I mean, tell me like about this level that I got out here, and how in the hell does it happen? I mean, who who and how do they know, and who are they, but how do they know that I turned around exactly at this point, and all of a sudden they start doing something else, right? How? Why? What's the secret here? What's this big secret? I mean, how do they do it? Why do they turn around at this level, right? Why didn't they turn around here? Because, hundreds of thousands of other situations, you would have told me that this was a perfect trade for long, because that's exactly where the market turned around and went up, right? Or at this situation right here, yeah, like cleaning out of stop losses and then coming back up and going back up, right? You would have said, okay, those, now all of a sudden something like that happens, right? And every time, I mean, because it's not the first time I'm doing such things, right? I can have long periods where I can avoid such situations, and then all of a sudden something like that happens. Why? If anybody knows the answer, please help and please tell me why. Because I know what I'm supposed to do, right? I can teach others what they're supposed to do. Why aren't I doing it? Right? I mean, it's not about somebody can say, well, you're a master of historical data, right? But why? Yeah. Why can't I do it? I mean, there's enough time to do it. There's absolutely enough time here to do it. There's absolutely enough time to click like this, right? I wanted to keep that. There's absolutely enough time to click like this to make some kind of a measurement, right? For example, like this. Why like this? Well, because I like to find the pivotal price, right? So we got to find some reasonable pivotal price. So let's say that I find my first pivotal price action right here. By pivotal, I mean that the market was going down, found some level where some mid level, because where it turned around. So in other words, the support becomes support again, or the resistance becomes support, right? Yeah, and then it's pretty clear that there is no supply here. There is only demand here, right? There is absolutely no supply here. So any kind of price action going upwards like this is an opportunity for a long trade, yeah. And all of a sudden we see the magic here. I mean, this pivot, I didn't put it correctly, because this pivot like here. Yeah, this is more like the low price, yeah. And all of a sudden we get a situation where we get our take profit right there, yeah. So you see, what I have done right now. What I've done right now is I've gone kind of to a higher time frame, and I found the next pivot. Right, the next pivot was right there. So higher time frame pivot, right, would be right there. So the price now goes down, turns around right here, goes up. Finds a perfect support, goes up, finds support. Now, this kind of means. This kind of measures out that the take profit level is right there. Yeah. And that's a bit, it's like 239 pips from my price. 239 pips is a pretty standard, nice, average range, right? From the daily ranges here. So, what is the thinking right now? Well, the thinking is that basically, if the situation is, if the market tomorrow is favorable, it's gonna go up over there. At least that's the idea. That's the idea. If it goes up right there, I'm recovered. I've recovered all of my losses from all the previous losses right now, and I'm back at 3 right here. So yeah, because you see the potential profit right there is it calculates for us. I mean, we don't have to calculate it. It's right there. It says 878.19 US dollars. If we add it up, yeah, we're gonna have over 3,100. Yeah, so almost 3,200. So we're back on track. Now, what else can I do right now? I can only say that I've invested $2,000 that I can afford to lose, right? So either I lose it or I don't, right? So there is no sense in acting like a child and talking about what Dallas is doing. Yeah, Dallas is an asshole, right? Because he teaches people what to do, but he often can't do it himself. Yeah, sometimes he can, and then all of a sudden he can't. Now, if somebody can tell me why such things are happening, what's the thing here, right? I would be grateful for such information, because this is important information. Why things are happening like that? I mean, this is crazy, really. But why are things happening like that? Why does a person know what to do? And why is there another personality inside that refuses to do it? Why? What's the thing here? Okay, so I think enough rambling for today. Like I say, all the links are below. Please like, please subscribe, please become my patron. That's all I have to say for today. I hope you're well. I hope you'll be okay. I hope your trading is fine. I hope you're doing better in trading than I am. And thank you for today. See you tomorrow.